Sure.
Shirley Steinmetz, Wethersfield. I agree with you on the health care with everything. What disturbs me is this government shutdown. That here, our wonderful country of America are looked upon by the world as a country that can't even get together and work out its problems. There have been times, and I'm just going to go back to Ted Kennedy and Chris Dodd, they were there. Democrats and Republicans worked well together. And I think if that happens, the government shut down. And John, thank you, because I know you're working very hard to see that happen.
Yeah,
Thank you.
John? I thought one of the best speeches was given by John McCain, who was very respectful of Ted Cruz, but came to the floor and laid out the whole process, laid out the number of amendments, both in the committee and then on the floor that were voted on, and including the number that were accepted, that are part of the law. That's the way the process works. It doesn't work. And what's at issue here? And you can have vast disagreement about Obamacare and how it's implemented and what we need to do to improve it. That's a healthy discussion. But should you shut down the government in the meantime and hold the nation hostage? Hold the people hostage for something that's the law of the land, that's been approved by the Supreme Court, and is something that you can work through in conference. You don't have to shut the government down to work on these issues. In the back of the room, sir.
Is there anything that you or the Democratic caucus can do to force Speaker Boehner to put a clean CR on the floor and let it be voted on?
Well, there's 201 of us. It takes 218. We filed a discharge petition, which is the minority's right. We would have to get 17 Republicans to join with us. Now, typically, that would be a great breach on the part of the Republicans to go against their speaker. So it's very difficult. But I think if this were to continue, that will happen. I'm hopeful that people having gone home this week and in hearing from their constituents are going to say, okay, we may have our disagreements on the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, but that is not the reason to shut down the government. As I said at the outset, we narrowly averted 5,000 furloughs of people at Pratt & Whitney and Sikorsky because of the irresponsibility of shutting down the government. Whether you like the government or you don't like the government, it is a central economic factor in our lives, and especially in a defense industry, in a health industry, in an education industry, in a construction industry. Look at all the things where they intersect. And you begin to see how important it is, so that when you shut down these services, this is what happens.
What is a discharge petition?
Okay, a discharge petition means that if you were to have 218 members, 218 is deemed passed. That's the number of people it takes in the House of Representatives to pass a piece of legislation. Then, if you get 218 to sign it, the bill comes to the floor immediately. That would mean, however, that the majority would have ceded to the minority. So it's less likely that that would happen, but